Hi, it's Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'll be comparing two of the biggest names in the bed-in-a-box game. It's the Casper and Purple mattresses. Now, they're both bed-in-a-box mattresses, but they have really different feels to them. The Casper is an all-foam construction, giving it a nice balance of support and pressure relief, while the Purple uses a hyperelastic polymer. It's a proprietary material in their comfort layer that creates a really bouncy mattress with a feel that's unique to the Purple line. We're going to compare and contrast the materials used, the feel, the firmness of these mattresses, as well as go over some test results and give some general recommendations at the end of the comparison. But if you're looking for more of a deep dive into either the Casper mattress, the Purple mattress, or any other mattress that we've reviewed, you can just Google Sleepopolis mattress reviews, and our full list is going to pop right up there. But for right now, let's jump into Purple versus Casper mattress. Now, to start off the comparison, I want to talk about the different materials used in each of these mattresses. So we're going to start with the Casper mattress, which is an all-foam construction, and it stands 10 inches in height. Now, the cover of the Casper mattress is a polyester blend. It's pretty thin, pretty soft, kind of cozy feeling to it. Now, below that, the comfort layer is a latex-like polyfoam material. Now, latex foams are known for being really bouncy with a quick response to pressure, so providing good mobility so you can roll around and change positions without feeling stuck in the mattress. And also they do a good job of dissipating body heat to help you sleep a little bit cooler. Now, below that layer, there is a layer of memory foam beneath it for some deeper pressure relief. They've placed the memory foam below the latex for two reasons. Memory foam does have a reputation for trapping a bit of body heat, so with the latex-like foam on top, it dissipates a little bit more body heat to avoid some of that body heat trap. And also, some people complain about a stuck feeling in memory foam because of the slow response to pressure. It kind of contours around your body, can cause you to feel trapped in the layers of the mattress. But again, the latex-like foam on top has that quicker response to pressure, so it defends against the stuck feeling in the memory foam. Now, below the memory foam layer, there is a transition layer of polyfoam. It's a little bit firmer than the layers on top of it, so it's going to start to transition you into that firmer support below, kind of give you a cradling feeling. Something to note about this transition layer, though, is that it is a zoned support layer. So there is actually a softer piece of foam up near the shoulders. So as you roll onto your side, you're pushing further into that mattress. You're going to be able to sink a bit further in there than at the kind of the hip area of the mattress, which is going to give you a little bit firmer support, keep your hips from sinking into the mattress. Now, below that transition layer is a high-density polyfoam base layer. This high-density polyfoam is a really common material in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses. It's a firm material that's used to kind of give support to the overall structure, as well as to the sleeper on top of the mattress. Now let's talk about the materials used in the Purple mattress. Now, the Purple is made of 3 different layers, and it stands just under 10 inches in height. The cover of the Purple mattress is a mixture of polyester, viscose, and lycra. Lycra is a material that's found in a lot of athletic clothing. It's a stretchy material, wicks moisture away from the skin, so it's meant to help you sleep a little bit cooler. Now, below that, in the comfort layer of the Purple, is their hyperelastic polymer grid. This is where the Purple really gets its name from. It's a purple grid when you take a look at it. This material is proprietary to Purple, so they're the only mattress that's going to have it. It's got a quick response to pressure. It's a bouncy material, and it's known for being kind of temperature neutral, so it doesn't kind of absorb body heat in the way that some foams, like memory foam, might, so it helps you sleep, again, a little bit cooler. It's set up in this grid structure for a couple reasons. One is that as you lay on the mattress, the walls of the grid kind of collapse where there's more pressure to give you kind of this contouring feeling around your body without the feeling kind of the same hug you might expect out of a memory foam, to provide pressure relief as you sink into the mattress. And 2, it creates more airspace at the top of the mattress, which again helps to keep it a little bit cooler. Now, below that hyperelastic polymer grid is a high-density polyfoam transition layer. Like I mentioned before, high-density polyfoam is a really common material found in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses. This is a bit firmer than the hyperelastic polymer grid on top, so as you move through the mattress, it's giving you a little bit more support, starting to support you as you move even down to the base of the mattress, which is again a high-density polyfoam. This one a little bit firmer than the layer above it. So what you have here is kind of a comfort layer on top that's kind of giving you a little bit of contouring, a little bit of pressure relief on top as you move through the mattress to more support of the high-density polyfoam layers below. Now that we've seen what makes up the mattresses, it's time to get an idea for the feel and firmness of them. So I'm going to start with the Casper mattress, which in my opinion is kind of a medium firmness to it. So right in that 6.5 to 7 out of 10 range on the firmness scale, with 10 being the firmest. Now again, the comfort layer of that latex-like foam is a quick response to pressure. It's good for cooling. It's not too firm or anything like that, but it's got good bounce to it, so some good mobility, allows you to change positions. Pretty good for combo sleepers there. Below that, the memory foam, again, a little bit more sinkage into the mattress, good for pressure relief. And below that, we have the transition layer with the zone support, so it's going to have that softer feel at the shoulders, give you a little bit more sinkage into it. Now, actually lying on the mattress, when I was on my back, my weight's pretty evenly distributed. I felt some good support, but also able to sink in a little bit for pressure relief, filled in the space beneath my lower back with foam, which is nice. If you are a back sleeper, you're sleeping with your weight pretty evenly distributed. Most medium firmness mattresses are gonna feel pretty good to you. You're pretty lucky in that situation. The Casper is no exception. I felt good lying on my back. Now again, the mobility on this mattress is pretty good thanks to that latex-like comfort layer. So rolling around, I didn't feel stuck in the layers. And as I change positions onto my side, this is where you really start to see the benefits of that memory foam kind of contouring layer beneath the comfort layer, as well as the zone support. We hear a lot of complaints from side sleepers about pressure points forming, especially at the shoulders and the hips. As you press further into a mattress, because your weight's kind of more condensed over you on the side, you're gonna end up interacting with the firmer support layers of a mattress, kind of jam you up the shoulders. So the zone support comes in handy here, as it's going to give you a little bit more space to kind of sink into the mattress for some nice pressure relief. Now, I think it's good for back and side combo sleepers, stuff like that. But if you are really broad-shouldered, you're a strict side sleeper, a little bit heavier side sleeper, I don't know if there'd be enough sinkage or enough space, that plush feeling you might be looking for out of a mattress in that situation. But for most kind of back and side combo sleepers, I think the Casper does a really good job. Now rolling onto my stomach, again, it's that medium firmness. Even though my weight is pretty evenly distributed, I think it'd be good for stomach and side combo sleepers, stuff like that. But again, if you are a little bit heavier or a really strict stomach sleeper that prefers something that's like really firm as a board, something like that, it's not going to give you that feel to it. It doesn't have the super firm support, but again, if you are something like a combo sleeper, I wouldn't worry too much about your hips sinking in on the Casper. I think there's good support there. Next up, let's talk about the Purple mattress, which in my opinion also has a medium firmness in that 6.5 out of 10 range on the firmness scale. 6.5 out of 10 is kind of what I look at as that balance of support and pressure relief, right in that zone for medium firmness. Now, even though they do have similar mixtures of support and pressure relief, the Casper and Purple feel really different, and the Purple has a unique feeling in the industry because of that proprietary hyperelastic polymer material they use in that grid. They're the only company that uses it, so they have a unique feeling in the mattress world. Now, it has this really bouncy feel to it because it is kind of a polymer material, kind of a rubbery material, and it's set up in that grid structure, which is interesting because as you lay on it, wherever you push in a little bit harder into the mattress, the walls of the grid kind of collapse around your body to provide that pressure relief, giving you kind of a contouring feeling, but it doesn't have that same hug as memory foam, which is what causes people to feel a little bit trapped in memory foam sometimes. This material is really bouncy, so you're able to change positions really easily, roll around, you don't feel trapped in the Purple at all. Now, once I was actually lying on my back, again, my weight's pretty evenly distributed. The grid structure is pretty interesting here because it does create kind of a floating feeling. You're definitely more on top of the Purple than in it. It doesn't have that same kind of filling in the space feeling underneath my lower back that I was talking about in the Casper's foam layers, but it does, do a good job of kind of evenly distributing my weight. I felt good on my back on the Purple mattress. Now, as I rolled onto my side, the grid's really interesting here because it does provide pressure relief. You are sinking into the mattress, but it's not the same plush feeling you might expect out of like foam layers, memory foam layers, stuff like that. So it is a bit different. I do think that the medium firmness of the Purple is good for combo sleepers as well, kind of the back and side combo sleepers, things like that. As I rolled onto my stomach, again, weight evenly distributed, pretty nice support here for combo sleepers. If you are a really strict stomach sleeper, someone who likes to sleep on a really firm mattress, this might not be the choice for you. It's, again, a medium firmness, but I do think that it does a good job of supporting my weight. Hips don't sink too far into the mattress, which is what you want to be careful of if you are a stomach sleeper. If your hips sink into the mattress, going to throw your back out of alignment. You might wake up with some aches and pains there. So again, Purple, bouncy mattress, good mobility, good for combo sleepers because of that medium firmness as well as the bounciness of the mattress. Now, another big part of what it feels like to actually lie on a mattress is whether you're going to feel like you're sitting on top of or sinking into bed. So on every mattress that I review, I set up the sinkage test, in which I use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities, simulate different body parts, and check to see how far into the mattress they sink. Now I use a 6-pound medicine ball. It's filled with sand, simulates a lighter body part, sinks into both the Casper and the Purple about 1 inch. That's the industry standard. You're really only interacting with the top of the mattress, the comfort layer in both situations. Now, then I use a 10-pound steel ball. It's the densest ball I used during this test, sinks in a bit further on both, sinks into the Casper about 1.5 inches, and the Purple about 2 inches. 2 inches is about the industry standard when I run this test, so the Casper has a little bit less sinkage there. The Purple, you're really still only interacting with that hyperelastic polymer grid in this situation. Now next up is the 50-pound medicine ball. It's filled with sand. Simulates a kind of a heavier portion of your body, think your shoulders or your hips, sinks into both the Casper and the Purple mattresses, 4 inches. It's about the industry average, I would say. You're starting to interact more with that transition layer in both the Casper and the Purple mattress, so you're starting to feel a little bit firmer support in these situations. And then next up is the 100-pound medicine ball, again filled with sand. If you're a bit heavier, think kind of the center mass of your body, and it sinks into both the Casper and the Purple mattresses, 5.5 inches. So now you're sinking pretty much more than halfway into both of these mattresses, and you're starting to interact with the firm, high-density polyfoam support. So you are kind of going to feel it a little bit differently if you are a bit heavier, sink further into the mattress, than if you are only interacting with the top, the comfort layers, the transition layers, things like that. Now, the sinkage into the mattress tells only a part of the story here. I would also like to point out the bounce of both these mattresses is going to have you feeling more on top of both of them. Again, that latex-like comfort layer on the Casper provides you a bit more mobility, and the hyperelastic polymer grid on the Purple is a really bouncy material, so you're going to be able to change positions really easily. Definitely going to feel more on top of the Purple than in it. And before going any further, I do want to point out that both Casper and Purple offer other models in their mattress lines. We're going to start talking about the Casper Essential, which is an all-foam mattress. It's made of 3 different layers. It has a lower profile than the Casper mattress. It has kind of that foam over memory foam over high-density polyfoam build like the Casper. It just doesn't have the transition layer or that zone support system. It is a less expensive value option that comes in at $600 for a queen-size mattress. Next up, we have the Casper Wave, which is an all-foam mattress as well. It's made of 5 layers of foam. It's got more of a plush feel to it with some zone support. It has channels cut into the mattress to allow for more sinkage at the shoulders. Well, there's kind of this polymer support system around the hips to help keep them from sinking in, keep you well supported there. Now, this is a more expensive, kind of a luxury option from the Casper line, with the queen-size version of the Casper Wave coming in at $2,250. So in terms of price point, you have the Casper Essential, which is the value option from the Casper line, coming in at the least expensive. Then there's the Casper, which is the flagship model, coming in the middle. And then you have the luxury option, the Casper Wave, coming in as the most expensive out of the Casper mattresses. Now to talk about the other mattresses in the Purple line, we have the Purples 2, 3, and 4. Now, unlike the other mattresses we've discussed today, they do not come compressed in a box. They use a mixture of that hyperelastic polymer comfort grid, much like the original Purple, but instead they have a pocketed coil support system where the original Purple uses that high-density polyfoam. Now, the combination of the pocketed coil support system with the hyperelastic polymer grid create really bouncy mattresses, so a lot of mobility there. You're able to change positions on all of them really easily. Now, the difference in construction comes in with the Purple 2 having a 2-inch hyperelastic polymer grid, Purple 3, 3-inch, and the Purple 4 has 4 inches of hyperelastic polymer on top. Now, the difference there creates really different feeling mattresses, with the Purple 2 being the firmest. I think it's good for stomach sleepers. Purple 3, the medium firmest, good for combo sleepers, that mixture of support and pressure relief. And the Purple 4 being the softest of the 3, allowing you to sink really deep in for pressure relief, great for side sleepers. Now, it also uses high-density polyfoam edge support, so you're able to sleep all the way to the side of the bed. I think it's really good for couples in that situation. I do want to point out that the Purples 2, 3, and 4 do have different prices, and the Purple 3 comes in the middle at about $2,200. Just to give you some basic information about both Casper and Purple, they both offer 100-day trial periods. That's kind of industry standard. Casper and Purple were 2 of the first bed-in-a-box mattresses on the scene, so they were able to kind of set industry standard for things like trial period, again 100 days, warranty. They both offer a 10-year warranty, and they both offer free shipping. They both arrive compressed in a box. Now, in terms of price, they are pretty similar as well, with queen size version of the Casper coming in at $995, where queen size version of the Purple comes in at $999, so not too much of a difference there. Now, I do want to say that I really like both the Casper and Purple mattresses for different reasons. I think they both got to be some of the biggest names in the industry by producing quality mattresses, but I would recommend each of these mattresses to different people. I'm going to recommend the Casper thanks to the zone support system. I think that's a really big plus, and it's something nice to see in a bed-in-a-box mattress. The softer feel towards the shoulders allows you to sink in a little bit while not kind of giving up some of the support at the hips, helping you to keep nice spine alignment in multiple positions. Now, I'd also recommend it because of its balanced foam feel. Allows you to change positions really easily. There's some nice pressure relief thanks to that memory foam, so it's really nice for combo sleepers. Now, some of the reasons I would recommend the Purple mattress is if you sleep really hot. I think that hyperelastic polymer grid helps the Purple sleep cool. It doesn't hold heat in the same way that a lot of foams do, and also that grid structure creates a lot of airspace at the top of the mattress, which is really nice for temperature regulation and cooling. Another reason I would recommend the Purple mattress is because of all the bounce thanks to that hyperelastic polymer grid. You're going to feel more on top of the mattress. You're definitely never going to feel stuck when changing positions. So again, it is nice for combo sleepers. So there's some really general recommendations, but if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note in the comment section below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences. I'll be sure to get back to you. Also, please subscribe to us on YouTube, as we're going to keep putting out more content that's going to help you get a better night's sleep. And please, please, please follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you don't miss any of our new reviews, sleep news, or any of our giveaway announcements. So that's it for the review today. I hope it was helpful. Have a nice day.